Hey, what is going on everybody? Steven here from SMK Gaming 05, and today I'm going to explain to you guys how to use your DexNav, and then later on in this video I'm going to show you guys how to use your DexNav to also shiny hunt. So in the beginning of the video it's going to be more of like a kind of like a 101 on how to use the DexNav, and then like some sweet tricks and just information about it, and then we're going to switch over to the more advanced stuff of using it for shiny hunting. So without further ado, I want to hunt for Poochyena. I want to search for him on my DexNav. So since I have already caught a Poochyena, he is now a colored in sprite on the DexNav. If you do not have the Pokemon you are looking for and it's not showing up on your DexNav, that's because you have not caught them, and that's why you'll see that Corphish right here. Since he's blank, that means I have not caught him. So in order for me to actually DexNav for Corphish, I'd have to actually catch him, but since I already have caught my Poochyena, we are all good to go. So all I need to do is just click on him and search for him, and hopefully we find one. Another thing to note, you'll see that there's these crowns on the DexNav tab. Basically, there's 4 different versions of them. There's a bronze, silver, which this one is, gold, and platinum. Most of the time, you can only platinum routes unless you have the national dex, because when you get the national dex, more Pokemon come to different routes. So most of the time, you can't really platinum stuff until you actually obtain your national dex. So don't really worry about it. It's not a really big thing, but for all you completionists out there, you just have to get your national dex, and then new Pokemon come on the routes, and then you just start getting new Pokemon. So without further ado, let's just start hunting for the Poochyena. So let's click on Poochyena. Alright, first thing you need to note though is we have a search level of 245 for this Poochyena, so duly note that, guys. So let's just click on search, and I will show you guys what all the important information will pop up when you do find the Pokemon you are searching for. So we didn't find a Poochyena, so let's move over here. Let's go to this patch of grass up here. We found a different Pokemon. Whatever, we'll use them. Either way, I can still tell you guys the information. And it's Surskit again. It seems a lot. I've been trying to make this video for a while, and it's just Surskit always pops up. Alright, so when you are sneaking, use your analog stick. Don't use your D-pad. Always use your analog stick, because that allows you to sneak. So pay attention to all the stuff below me. So you see that Surskit, there's a level, there's a first move, there's a held item, potential, type, and search level. So his search level for Surskit is 36. Excuse me. So for level, when the higher and higher your search level is, the better you can find Pokemon with the DexNav of their levels. They'll have different egg moves, which it'll tell you right away on the first move. Held item is either going to be held item or abilities. So you're going to see that sometimes it'll say the ability of the Pokemon, or it'll show a held item. Potential, what this means is if there are 3 glowing stars, that means that Pokemon has 3 perfect IVs right off the bat. But that's the max you can ever find on any Pokemon using the DexNav. So this Surskit actually has 2, so not bad. So his search level again is 36. So what we're going to do is we're just going to creep on up using the analog stick. And presto. Good to go, right? So we found Surskit, we're in a battle. Good to go. Look at him. Look at him. So we really don't have to do anything, since this is like the basic stuff of DexNav. We're not really going to get into a lot of stuff until I start explaining, like the chaining for shinies. So we're just going to run away from Surskit. No big deal, right? So now what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to click on Surskit, and you're going to see that his search level has gone up by 1. So by just randomly encountering a Pokemon via just random encounters or by DexNav, you will increase your search level by 1. So for rare Pokemon, the DexNav is amazing, because Surskit, as well as routes on Route 102, they're kind of hard to find by just running in grass, but once you've actually caught them, using the DexNav is an easy way to continuously raise up that search level for that particular Pokemon that are rare to find on certain routes. So that's why I love the DexNav. It's a very useful tool for to keep continuously finding that rare Pokemon, because the higher the search level is, the better egg moves you'll get, the hidden ability on a Pokemon you'll find, the better potential, just the better everything. And it's also a huge bonus when you find like a Surskit when he's like level 14, when this is like the very beginning of the game. So level, egg moves, hidden abilities, and potential all get affected by your search level going up, as well as, it's not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure the higher your search level is, it also correlates with possibly by finding a shiny. So it's not confirmed, but like the better your search level is, the better everything else is, period. There is another way to increase a search level for any Pokemon, but it's only limited to the Pokemon you can find via horde encounters. So any Pokemon that you can find via horde encounters, these are Pokemon, honestly, you can get their search level up a lot quicker than just Pokemon that you just, use the DexNav for and you go up one at a time. So let's actually go into the patch of grass. We are going to, actually, hang on one second. So let me back up here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So we'll back out here. So hopefully we find Zigzagoon. So Zigzagoon is 253, okay? So he's got 253. If we find a C-Dot, he's 32. Okay, because we may find one of those two. Or maybe routes. Is it 253? Okay. Alright, so you can actually get Surskit on this route, like I just said, because we just found one. And if you get him over level 9, he's got Sweet Scent. So as long as it's not raining, you can use Sweet Scent and force a horde encounter to happen. So that's why I love having Sweet Scent on a Pokemon rather than having Honey, because, Sweet Scent is just a mover. Honey you actually have to keep using. Alright, so we got Zigzagoons. Perfect. So this is another easy way of just solely raising up your search level. This has nothing to do with chaining or finding shinies. This is just solely a little trick I figured out that helps finding Pokemon on making their search level go up. So it was at 253. Now his search level is 258. So any Pokemon that you can find via horde encounters, their search level can easily just go up by if you just do horde encounters and you keep finding them via hordes. So if I really wanted to get the Zigzagoon at like 300 search level, I just need to keep doing a bunch of horde encounters, and bing bang boom, his search level just keeps rising up super quick. Because like doing horde encounters and finding 5 Pokemon at a time is a lot quicker than finding a super rare Pokemon like routes 1 at a time. So that's basically the basics of how to use the DexNav. So the better the search level, the better level the Pokemon will be, the better egg move you'll get. Maybe you'll get the hidden ability, better potential, or maybe sometimes you just find some sick held items on a Pokemon. So like the better the search level is, the better everything is. So now we are going to cover what you don't do when it comes to shiny hunting with the DexNav. So we're going to cover what breaks a chain for shiny hunting, and then I'm actually going to show you how to chain. So let's get right into it. Alright, so we're going to click on Poochyena. We're going to search for him again, and hopefully we find him. Alright, we don't. Alright, let's switch it up. Now, let's try it again. So sometimes if you can't find the Pokemon, you can just go to a different patch of grass. Oh, never mind. We just can't find Poochyena today. So if a random Pokemon does appear, just go for it. Might as well. You never know what Pokemon can be shiny. So what is that? Is that C-Dot? So it's C-Dot. So let's find C-Dot. So number one thing, when you're chaining, you never, ever run from the Pokemon. So say we're in the middle of the chain right now. So say this was like I'm searching for Poochyena, but this random C-Dot came because I was moving around and he appeared. If I click run, this automatically breaks your chain. So never ever run from Pokemon. Even if that's not the Pokemon you're looking for, it doesn't matter. Your chain will still continue if you just feint that Pokemon. Or if you capture, it doesn't matter. Kill or capture. So no matter what you find on the DexNav, always go for it and make sure you actually, sneak up and successfully find him. Because if you run away from him, they're gone. So don't do that. Never ever run. Alright guys, number 2 for breaking a chain when you're shiny hunting is don't scare the Pokemon. So you see I'm kind of a good distance away from, I believe that's C-Dot again. Let me search for it. Because he randomly just popped up again. Yeah, alright, so I'm pretty sure it's C-Dot. So let's start creeping up to him. So you notice that I'm pretty sure either it's a 5-step radius, or whenever you actually see the information, it's one of the other, or it's both. It could be both. Nothing's been confirmed for all the shiny hunting stuff. It's just, kind of speculations and just everyone, putting their minds together. So when you see, when you're getting closer to the Pokemon you're sneaking up to, don't ever, like, speed walk or run, because if you're creeping, I'll show you, if you're doing this and you kind of, oh, accidentally my thumb slips, you're gone, your chain's broken. So then you gotta start all over again. So never scare the Pokemon. So say, you know, if I'm searching, you know, if you're searching for a Pokemon, so if you really, really want that Poochyena and you can't find it, and you walk to a different patch of grass and some random Pokemon appears, always go for it and just don't run around. Always kind of just do like speed walking, because by doing speed walking, because you may never know where exactly that Pokemon is, and if you scare it away, there goes your chain and you're going to be one mad person. So just take your time and don't scare the Pokemon. Alright guys, for number 3 for breaking your chain, let's hop on my bike and let's go back to the Pokemon Center, because my Pokemon have no PP. No! You never want to leave a route, because that also breaks your chain. So always come prepared, guys. Have tons of, you know, Pokeballs, have tons of items Lepa berries, elixirs, ethers. Have a bunch of that to restore PP, or just have a bunch of Pokemon that have a lot of PP per usage per move. That's a good tip. And just, you know, of course, just have a ton of Pokeballs, so you never have to like, oh, I need to go grab some more. So always come prepared, but never leave the route, because that breaks your chain. And then lastly, this is not, I feel like, a huge one, but never turn off your game and or your 3DS, because if I hit that home button and if I close out my game, your chain's gone, because you're not playing the game anymore. So don't do that. So there probably are more ways you could possibly break a chain, but those are kind of like the big 4 that I've kind of been hearing about and been reading about. So if anything does happen, I will put more information in the description below. I will update it saying like, hey, this is another thing that can break your chain. If anything humongous happens where like I need to make an updated video, because there's just so much new information in the next coming weeks or months, you know, after this game's release, I will, definitely will make another video updating you guys on, like, you know, a better way to chain, or etc, etc, etc. But without further ado, let's actually hop into the whole mechanics of how you chain with the DexNav to possibly find a shiny Pokemon. Alrighty guys, this is the moment you guys have been waiting for. If you guys already kind of know the basics of DexNav, I'm sorry, I just kind of want to have everything included all in one video, so that people, you know, that don't know much about using the DexNav know the information of just kind of the basic 101 stuff, and then we hop into the shiny hunting aspect of using the DexNav. So this is not a confirmed method. This is more or less just a bunch of ideas I've heard from other streamers, other YouTubers, and just I've read up about a bunch of other people being successful using this method. In the future, if something ever gets, you know, confirmed or whatever, I'll always leave something in the description, or if worse comes to worse, I'll just, you know, make a, you know, an updated video explaining, you know, better ways to do it, or if new things come, you know, to light, I will update you guys either by putting stuff in the description, or I'll just make a brand new video depending on how severe I need to really update, you know, this whole method. So, of course, you need to make sure you have the Pokemon already in your DexNav available to search. So since we already have Poochyena, we're good to go. That's the Pokemon I want to shiny hunt for today. So once you already figure out what Pokemon you're going for, you need to use repels. So you know, just buy as many as you can. Sometimes max repels are, I guess, okay, but, you know, you can always get super repels. They're, you know, cheaper, and plus, you know, max, it doesn't matter, just use repels. Either way, you need repels, period. Alright, so now we're actually going to search for Poochyena, so let's start searching for him. So remember, guys, the higher your search level is when it comes to shiny, you know, hunting, it's not a bad thing. And even if you mess up your chain, remember this, that the more and more you keep looking for that Pokemon, you know, maybe you did mess up your chain, but at the same token, that doesn't reset your search level. So your search level will always get higher and higher. It never goes back down. So remember, when you're in that 5-step radius, remember to take your time and don't rush yourself, because rushing yourself is what's going to make things just complicated and you're going to mess up. So, and remember, now we're actually chaining. So you have to either, you know, feint the Pokemon or you capture him. So if you don't have this, like, if, for example, if this was a really cool Poochyena, but he's not shiny and you just want him to have him, you can catch him, just, you know, don't run away. So, alright, so we have successfully done our first, you know, part of our chain, our first one. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of back away. You're going to kind of walk away from the route, kind of be a good distance away from wherever patch of grass, wherever you're trying to chain at, and then you're going to search again. And the actual, like, strategy guide says to take like 20 steps. I've seen it, I've kind of experimented, and just, sometimes it's like either you walk away from the patch of grass or you're not in the grass period, and then you kind of research, and then all of a sudden, hey, there you go, there's another Pokemon for you. So let's creep on up to that Poochyena. As you can see that, you know, like, you know, since I have a high search level, he's got a, you know, Leer's egg move, and then his hidden ability of Rattled. So that's a big win. So the higher search level, guys, it also helps you out just get, you know, better stuff or whatever Pokemon you're looking for. So now we're at a 2 chain. And let's just continue to feint him. So if you ever do mess up your chain, don't worry about it. Practice does make perfect, and practice is definitely going to just help everybody just like learn this and just get you better at it. If anything, I feel like DexNav chaining is just like kind of fish chaining. Like you can be really good at it, and then sometimes just things catch you off guard or whatever happens, then you just mess up. So all in all, this is, you know, just something you just need to keep practicing and keep trying. So one thing I need to note, tell you guys, is every 100 chains. So once you reach up to like 100 chains, say you haven't found a shiny yet, you'll notice every like 5 or so levels, your Pokemon you're hunting for will increase significantly in levels. That's because after so many encounters, that Pokemon will increase in levels. But once you get to that 100th chain, then the Pokemon actually resets its levels. I'm pretty sure that that has nothing to do with your chain breaking. It's just the fact of they basically put a level cap on how high that Pokemon's level can be after so many encounters via chaining. So, I mean, it's not confirmed, but either way, it just seems like once you get up to that 100th chain, you still haven't found a shiny. It's more or less kind of like the levels just kind of go back to down to what they should be for that route you are hunting on. So let's back away again. So we're on a 3 chain, and we search again. Okay, we're still successful. Now, during a chain, if you randomly find a Pokemon, you need to go for it. So basically, no matter what Pokemon you find, you need to always keep going. Because it may not be the Pokemon you want to find, but it'll keep your chain alive and basically make it so you're not wasting all your time doing this. Because if you randomly find a Pokemon, that's not going to be good if you don't encounter it, because if that Pokemon runs away, your chain's gone. So remember that, guys. Even if it's not the Pokemon you're not wanting to hunt for, you need to always go for whatever pops up on the DexNav. So think of this as more or less you have to continuously find Pokemon via DexNav, no matter what it is, to keep your chain alive. So always think about that when you are using the DexNav to shiny hunt. Alright, so we are successful when like the whole time recording this video, I've been such a pain in the butt trying to find. So this is our 5th encounter. You see that level jump. So like I said, you will see that level jump every 5th encounter or so. Sometimes with like I feel like a different or like a higher search level, it does change up, but it's normally around every 5th encounter you see a big level boost. So that's basically chaining in a nutshell, guys. You just kind of have to experiment and just kind of be very patient. Again, if anything very urgent or very big news, sorry, I'm just kind of just all over the place right now, but if any kind of big news does happen with, you know, updates on how to DexNav shiny hunt, I will either, you know, put a bunch of new stuff in the description below, or I will just make a new video in the future, because this is still very new, and I myself, on top of many other, you know, Twitch streamers and YouTubers, are still kind of figuring this stuff out. But I wanted to let you guys know as soon as possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this whole video was, you know, somewhat helpful, or just kind of helped you understand this whole concept. I know it's kind of still fresh, and like I myself am still trying. But to kind of end things off here, there is no set amount of search level, or there's no like odds or statistics I've found or heard about that automatically get you a shiny. It's not like using the Poke Radar in X and Y and stuff like that. So it's kind of more or less like the higher the search level, it's not going to hurt you. And if you do have the shiny charm, I know it affects you using the DexNav for shiny hunting. So having the shiny charm isn't a bad thing. So the higher the search level, that's a plus, and if you have the shiny charm, that's a plus, because there, as of right now, recording this video, there's no statistical like odds of, like 1 in 40 chance, or just finding a shiny. I don't even want to say 1 in 40, but you know what I'm saying. It's like there's no statistical odds yet. But either way, have fun, guys, shiny hunting. Hopefully this video helped you out. If you guys like to see more content like this, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm making a ton of Pokemon R-Us content on my channel, and I just love playing this game because this is the coolest thing they've ever added in a Pokemon game. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any any new information that you guys yourself find, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking, or what you guys have tried and experimented with. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Steven. Thank you for watching SMK Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!